Man, I get back to see that nothing was working after bed. Man, it's rough. It's rough. But I suppose that's bound to happen at some point. Not everything's meant to last in this. Whenever it comes down to a stream, I don't expect everything to survive. I suppose Rise I left it just shut off. I'm sorry for anyone who had to listen to absolutely nothing in the meantime. I will go and pull up Slime Rancher, but yeah, I am so sorry. Rise I left, it seems like that happened. So yeah, a little bit sorry in that regard. I want to see if something real quick. Let me look. Let me pull up Gil real quick. I'll go Slime Rancher because I'd like to see if there's like a full screen borderless thing or a windowed borderless mode, I guess you call it. I know Slime Rancher is a part of normal stuff, or not. Well, give me a sec. Let me go look it up on the internets. Slime Rancher windowed borderless. Let me look and see if there's a mod for any of this. Does it actually work? That would be cool if it does. Let me do this. Okay. Nope, that actually doesn't work. Sad. Oh, okay, fun. Oh my god, installing special care. It's third-party stuff to where it's not even really in the game, it's just outside the game. The program that forces something. Okay, in that case, I'll just stick with this, even though it's a little bit more annoying because I have to do that each time. Let me go ahead and do this. Reload. Should probably just press continue. That's fine. You get to see all the save files I have. Also, I enjoy some taffy. Because I got some of the cherry one. I enjoy the cherry one a lot. I think green apples beginning to grow on me for Twilight. just close out this real quick. Sorry, I just have to eat this Laffy Taffy. It just tastes so good. Full bread, 5 honey. Thing is, I think Victor requires a bit more work. Like, I think you have to do some of the blueprints, like, push down, like, 5 or 10 things. Alongside having done 2 quests. At least that's my running theory. Because I think he is, like, slightly more prerequisites. Okay, so I need to go collect some more red slimes from over there. But rock slimes are some of the worst ones to have. Dummies. That's a pink one that was up here. What the hell are you doing? You silly goose. Down. Oh, Brad swimes over here specifically. Need to keep that moved. I am so excited to keep playing the game I got, which was Library Runner. I am genuinely so excited. This is genuinely a very fun game. I love strategy card games. I'm not gonna lie. I may not seem like it for why I actually play on stream. But I love strategy card games. Those are actually some of my favorites. Also, imagine if Victor's requirements are to have completed both Ogden and Mochi's requirements for everything. That's a possibility. That's a genuinely real one. I think it's probably just craft 5 things, complete one of Victor's quests, and then call it a day. That is my guess. Of course, I can always be wrong in that guess, and I would just be horribly incorrect. Which is very likely as well. Like, I deny a possibility where I'm just that far incorrect, and it just takes like 5 quests from Victor or something. Nobody. Alright, these things exist. I got the party Gordosware thing. I'll go ahead and feed you one thing. I think you require 20 if I recall. You're not too in depth for your requirements. See what was. I guess we can roll these slimes afterwards. Gold one there. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind that there's a gold one there. Well, I better attempt to head back. So, signs should be filled out now, yeah? Or not? Right, no, there's that. I keep forgetting that the Victor's area is a whole new slime as well. Yeah, sure. That looks good. Man. I love candy too much. It tastes so good. Okay, so next time I come back, I should try to start that process. Okay. Currently I need 5 honey slimes. honey slimes. You. Any other honey slime? Or is that the only one here? That's the only one here. That is but an unfortunate fate. Honey Vargos, but no honey slimes inside there, and that's unlucky. Oof. They're rough. Let's see real quick. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Means no Victor test. It also meant the loss of the quantum slimes. Okay. What do I need for this stuff? Okay, so pink, rock, and then rad. So I think I'll probably use pink and rock, honestly. Let's go and grab some pink quartz. I got 6 of those. Head over here. Heartbeats. Six rock slimes. Oh, kitty. Poor kitty. Still hate dealing with rock slimes because of the like constant attacks, but should be enough. I should probably convert the stony ones, maybe. Say maybe to briar hens. Man, I have not been doing well with taking care of these slimes. I always begin to kind of like start faltering closer to around this point. As well. And over here, fairly certain. Oh, I will actually have enough gold. I'm not really too much of a fan of rock ones, so it's fine. They just become all piece ones. Sorry for all the delays in the stream. Just keep some messages right there. Wait, why I got a raid of 7 people? I'm just playing Slime Rancher. Hello. No, he's there. Wait, why have I been raided? I am like the most boring person out here. There's probably so many other like fun people that you get raided. Why did you raid me? I am like super boring person. You could go raid someone else. But thank you for the raid, Purge. I don't know how to feel. This is a lot of people now watching. Okay, I kind of wish I had my phone so I won't have to tap out as much. Because now I'm gonna feel bad. I'm tapping out occasionally. So many people. Thank you, I like Turtles 911 for follow. I feel like I'm in a constant state of shock right now. What do I usually play? You see, that's the fun part. I don't usually play something. I play anything and everything. So I'm typically a pretty boring person, actually. I don't know what to talk about. I'm not used to this many people. This is horrifying for me, by the way. I don't usually have this many people in chat. is I always like to make the joke that my chat speaks in binary because it's always 1 or 2 people. Well, it's usually just the 1 or 0 people. You have a great stream, or not a great stream anymore, but I guess I hope you have a good day. Or night, depending on what time of day it is for you. Thank you for the raid. I am gonna be a nervous wreck for the rest of the day. Last time I had a raid, it was closer to the end of the stream, so I have to think as much. And now I have to think about it because it's closer to the start of the stream. Oh no. This is... but I'm not used to people. Yeah, well, I do have the biggest smile on my face, but I am wearing it so nervous. I'm not used to this many people. So I'm a bit of a nervous wreck. So how's everyone in chat doing? Feels wrong saying that. God. It feels wrong saying that because you're from a raid. You're not my chat that is just in 0s and 1s. You're a full 7. It's a lot. I wish you the best in conquering the galaxy. I like turtles. Sorry for being such a nervous. Just not quite used to this many people. It's quite surprising. I think so, at one point. But, you know. I think it's probably a cool game. Because I've never really played any of the Star Wars games. So it's a bit like that. I can't even tell what that is. What am I looking at? Oh, it's a Pokemon that's spinning. Okay, gotcha. It's an old game from 2006, but it still has a massive community. Yeah, I can believe that. There's a few games that I know are kind of like that. But, I'm a bit of a strange person, I will say. Because of, how things are for me in that regard. Is I'd say, I like a lot of different types of games, and I'm kind of good at playing them. Doesn't mean I'm good at them directly, but I can play a lot of different games, but I'm not very good. It was like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, whenever I finally got around to finishing Alien Isolation. Because I knew what segment I was coming up on from like the years ago of watching the gameplay. I knew I was coming up on that facehugger segment. Yes and no. If I had to say what my favorite type of game is, it would be very much different from what you're seeing right now. Because my favorite type of games are actually strategy card games. Which is why I said I'm a bit of a weirdo when it comes down to it. So I don't always play the things that you think, because I'm pretty well versed in most categories, but there's some things that have really changed in the past from where I am now with how I play games. I used to play a lot of first-person shooter games when I was younger, specifically TF2, and I played that so much to the point where I got every achievement in the game at one point, and it was crazy that day. But I think it was also around that same time to where I was starting to get a little bit more tired of playing the game, because my taste in games were changing. I didn't care as much about first-person shooters anymore after a certain point, and I just started slowly drifting off into other categories. And one of those big categories was world exploration, which is where I started really liking playing Slime Rancher and Subnautica specifically, which I honestly enjoy that thought because it's the 2016 early access combo. And so it entertains me when I think of it. But I like Slime Rancher because I like to explore. Even though the exploration point declines heavily after a certain point, there's a point where I do like it a lot. But yeah, sometimes I'll play more relaxed games. But yeah, typically I like playing strategy when it comes down to games versus anything else. I need one more rock. And so I'm not always what I think I am when it comes down to my choice in games. What is HOI for, if I may ask? Because I'm just curious what it is. War II strategy game where you play as any country through various turns, mostly with your military, but also with recon and such. Okay. I find that fascinating. It's pretty cool. For me, when it comes down to strategy, my favorite types are the card games. I like those ones a lot. I think my favorite ones that I have played out of the card games is Inscription and the Library of Rana. Both of those have been super enjoyable. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's like that. Yeah, it's like, and then there's other things that I consider relaxing, but should not be considered relaxing. I think one of my personal favorites to always talk about is the fact that I find Terraria Master Mode very relaxing. be a window. That comes down to games actually relaxing. I consider Slime Rancher relaxing. But, I don't know. I just consider a lot of different things relaxing. Relaxing has various meanings to me. And so, that's why I always say that I'm a bit weird when it comes down to my taste in games. Yeah. It's like another one of my games that I would consider relaxing, which would be Hollow Knight. I do find that game very relaxing. It's not that difficult for me just to go and play it, I just enjoy my time with it. I definitely have various games I just enjoy entirely. Like, I probably have a game from each genre that I actually enjoy. There's a lot of different games out there. Thank you for that. Let me try to make this to where I can actually see my eyes better. That way the eyes of the model isn't just like breaking down the entire time. There should be enough to classify for Vector if I had a guess. So next time I get a quest from him, I should activate the thing for me. Just place like all of those right there for now. I like to play a lot of different things. That's why, looking back at everything I played on this, it's really entertaining to me because it really just varies from day to day. I've been trying to play Slime Rancher constantly because I have a really bad habit when it comes to games. What I would define as a horribly bad habit. Which can be okay at times to have this habit, but it's also bad for games like Slime Rancher specifically. Because I always enjoy playing a game, but after a while, when I come back to it, I get a bit stressed out from where everything's at, like the progress in the game. And then I reset the game, and so I can make all that progress back again. So definitely a bit more towards that direction when I play a game. Which it's for better or worse, I suppose, depending on the game type. Guitar? Where, if I may ask? Usually adopt what? I was trying to think about it, I was like, where could Tarb actually like help broke? Unless you saw this whole thing right here. Already filled. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's good to have an eye like that. Because my eyes aren't always so good at spotting out things at times. Because I do have really bad eyesight, so... I would not put it past me to not see a tar. That's completely within the range of possibility. There's no upgrade so far. I can do this in the meantime, though. Got to some zero. That's cool. Advanced slime toys. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, Starro. Ain't always like that. So I think the next time I see Victor, I should be able to have the simulation area be set up. I'm just trying to think of what might be the requirements behind that. I think I'll collect some water. So way I can have that ready to go. Also give me 1 sec. Yeah. Like maybe one day I'll play actual Inscription on stream and like play Library of Runa one day on stream. So I really like both of those. Both of those are really fun. I think I want to get a little bit more better at Library of Runa, because I'm still not the best at it. Oh, my mouse is breaking. Because of where I moved it. Yeah. I wish I had more, like, space on my desk. But I am working with a lot, to be fair. 4,500, that's so expensive. I have to adjust the sensitivity occasionally. I'm going to finish up Mochi's area. There's a yes and no. I am not quite used to chat being a thing, as like I said earlier, I tend to make the joke that my chat speaks in binary because there's either 1 or 0 people watching half the time. So I've kind of gotten used to that environment, like typically. So whenever I think about an environment filled with people watching me, it puts a little bit more stress on me into thinking, oh, there's a lot more people watching. I have a little bit more pressure working against me in that regard. And so that's probably why I sound more like it. But after a while getting to know people, I get a little bit better. Which is why I've been opening up a little bit more as time has been going on. But the thing is, I'm more of a nervous wreck whenever I don't know the people around. I built up a very tiny community of not really too many people. So, to say that, I'm not nervous whenever I get rated by double what I normally have, if I'm lucky, is an understatement. I do get nervous there. And so, I'm more nervous because you're coming from a different, you know, a different Twitch user. And so, I'm scared of making a horribly bad impression. And, like, deterring, like, 90 people or something if that ever happened one day. I'm scared of that, to be fair. And so, definitely a bit more of someone who gets worried about that more, of making a bad impression with lots of people that suddenly just appeared out of nowhere, versus trying to make a better impression with like a single person that appeared suddenly. But since the number of people watching has gone down tremendously, down to numbers that I can work with, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better about it. But that's definitely a factor in how I function. Is that the more I know you, the better I feel about trying to do things. Yeah, it's like, I'm definitely a bit more stressed today specifically for things that are happening around me and having to work with everything that's happening. But it's not because of chat that I'm stressed, it's just I'm a bit stressed in like every other category. like since it's gone down to a more reasonable number that I can handle, which is 2 people, I can handle talking to 2 people at once, and it's fun. The second that number starts going higher than like 5, I do become a little bit more nervous. I'm a little more nervous about making a good impression. Most people do usually get a lot more here. Some get too open sometimes. It's definitely a weird area for me. Because I can be a very talkative person at times. I can be. And I will admit to that. But when I first talk to someone, I'm really nervous usually. If it's someone that I want to get to know and I want to make good impressions with, then I get pretty nervous typically. But if it's someone that I know I'll never really see again, then I don't get as nervous, and I'm typically pretty good at handling the situation. But with shatters specifically, I get horribly nervous because I want to make a good impression. And so it kind of changes how I act in that regard towards that. And so I am trying to balance being a decent streamer that doesn't open up too much about my personal life if I can, because not everything needs to be known. I will say that right now. I have some secrets that I'd rather keep to myself. Hey, I'm glad I made a good impression with you, that you want to come back. Maybe. I'm typically pretty silent because I don't have anyone to talk to for most of my streams. And so I can be pretty silent, but sometimes I have my wonderful wife or my best friend in the world that appears on stream. So I have that. Well, I'm not doing a stream tomorrow. I take Saturdays off typically, and depending on whether I'm feeling sick in the morning, I may just take off the day or delay stream a bit. Because to be fair, I was supposed to start a stream how many hours ago? Like 5.5 hours ago? Yet the stream has only started like an hour and a half ago. And so I can get a little bit sick at times, like just feeling really ill, and that pushes stream back occasionally. But typically I try to go for 8-hour streams if I can. It's like when I go to like bed, it's usually around 3-ish. Yeah, I try to do pretty long streams if I can, because I genuinely want to take streaming full time if I can. And I'm doing a little bit over that because 6 days a week, 8 hours a day. So it's a bit overkill, I guess you could say, for how much I'm willing to do. To me, it's not that bad to do 8-hour streams. I personally find them fun, doing it for that long. The only complaint I have with 8-hour streams, and I will say this right now, is I don't always have the most time in the world to work with. And so I'm sometimes limited on what I can do. But I have my reasons for why I want to do long streams. I have my reasons why I want to take it full time. But it's mainly so that way one day I can actually move to Canada, because I would love to live there one day, as then I can actually be with my wife. But moving is quite expensive, and getting a, what do you call it, a citizenship up there is also quite expensive. And so it's definitely not the most healthy, but I want to actually have a chance at moving up there one day. And so I am trying to work as much as I can, actually, because of that. So it may seem a bit silly for what I'm trying to do, which I wouldn't blame anyone for thinking I'm silly for that, but I expect it to take like maybe 4 to 5 years before I actually take off on streaming, maybe. And so I don't have the highest expectations for myself in that regard. And so I'm not too worried about it. But I think one day it'll be good. One day I'll be able to have an audience that I can train. And that sounds nice. And so I'm pretty excited for that day. But it's like, I've been trying to learn French so that way I can move up there. I've been trying to learn about Canada specifically, like everything, so that way I can have an easier time with citizenship goals. And so, in most of my free time, even then, I'm still trying to work so that way I can be happy up there one day. I want to be up there with my wife, as she's a wonderful person, and she is the light of my life, and I love her. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, that's why if I can, I would like to try to keep up 48 hours a week. of just streaming if I can. And so I can move in with her one day. It's like, then there's my secondary goal and like doing streaming, because obviously my primary goal is to one day move up there with her, but my secondary goal is to simply make people happy. If I can do that, that makes me happy. I don't even have to make money from it one day. The day that I can just not have to even think about money as a thing for it, I will probably just cut off donations entirely. And so way I can simply do it just to make people happy, because I've been at my lows in life, I have. And there was a lot of people I watched when I was younger that helped me get through those lows. And so I want to be that person that helps other people get through their lows in life. And so way they can one day see at their high points in life, where they're at their peak, they're crying. And they can feel happy. I want to be that person for others, pretty much. Because that would mean a lot to me. I would say I'm a simple person who has simple goals in life. And that makes me happy that I can make you happy. That's what matters to me. If I can put a smile on someone's face, that's what matters. That's what makes me happy. So I'm glad I can do that for you. Because we've heard of lots of stories where people always end up becoming clouded with greed. And then they end up basically turning on their community. And that's something that I don't want to happen. I want to cut off donations after I don't need them anymore. Once I don't need donations anymore, and I can just make people happy, and I can be with my wife, then yeah, I'll be pretty happy in life. And I don't even need your donations anymore. But yeah, I'll probably one day just cut off. So it's not even a thing. Because I hate the idea of being given money. It makes me feel bad. Makes me feel sad, actually. I don't like it. And so I want to be better than that one day. I want to be someone who can be self-sufficient in a lot of areas. Not requiring donations for anything. songs. I'm glad you think it is a great goal because I do too. I'm glad it can't be because it is a really like cheesy love story, I guess you could say. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I hope to one day accomplish. I'd like to do a lot of big scale projects one day, so like maybe I can entertain lots of people and make them feel happy. Cause that's really my goal in life, is to just make people happy. And it's like that'll make me really happy when I can do that. Thank you. I am not used to comments like that. It's like, I've grown up in a rough place, and I've also grown up in a rough household, but I feel like I want to be a better person than what I've grown up with. I don't want to be the people that just throw everyone under the bus constantly. And I don't want to be a person that simply... I don't want to be a person that simply just is trying to be greedy in life and trying to get away with everything. I don't want to be that person. I want to be someone who can just make people happy. Monetization free. I want that. That is my goal. I want to do that one day. That would make me the happiest. I'm glad you think my goal is minimalist? What is a minimalist even in this case? I'm sorry, I'm also a bit swollen in the head sometimes. We may have to explain some things. Someone that doesn't need a long life, and just happy with this most. Yeah, that's what I am. I don't require a lot to be happy, because I practically... I have been through a lot in my life, and I've lived through poverty. I have. I've lived through a lot. And so, I've lived with a lot of different things that I've had to fight. Dealing with depression for years was one of the biggest struggles of my life. But as you can tell, I'm actually a pretty happy person nowadays. I don't even really have depression anymore. Which that makes me happy, because that means I can actually be motivated to do things better. And that's definitely a big goal in life right there. It's just to be a better person than I was. When I was younger, I would definitely say I wasn't the best person in the world. But it was also because I was born in a rough environment. I was born with a lot of different issues going into life. Family that was a tiny bit rougher. And, you know, for me, that kind of forged me into being the person I am today. With all the stuff that I've experienced in life. I've definitely become a good person because I want to be better. I want to give a better experience than what I've had. And I want to make people happy because of that. I want to make everyone happy one day. That would make me the happiest. But yeah, I don't need too much to feel happy, I would say. It's like I just want to make everyone else feel happy as well. Because, yeah, even if you're going through rough times, I want to be the person that just kind of helps make you feel better in life. Even through those tough times. I want to be the person that can actually just carry you through life if you need it. I mean, it's not the craziest thing in the world to me because I always go back to a lot of things in the past for this. But to a lot of people, I have been considered a therapist, which I think is a bit far-fetching, personally. I don't think I should be considered as such, considering I don't have a license for that. But I am a really kind person who can help you get through most things in life. And so, not much is true there, but therapist is definitely probably pushing it a bit further. But I really do want to be a person that can be looked up to. And so a way I can make everyone happy. Well, I'm glad I can be a good person in your eyes, because that's what I want to be in everyone's eyes. I want to be a good person. And so I'm glad I can kind of be that already to people that I've only met just today. That's amazing to me. Most people would say that is a lot considering. Yeah, I'm just not really a person that typically falls under the greed category, as I simply want enough to make it for what I would consider rest of life, which isn't that much. I don't need that much. I could live off noodles for years and I would be happy. Because I did live off noodles for years and I was happy. And so I don't mind that. I can work with cup noodles. And so I don't mind a lot of things. But yeah. So true though. They really are. They taste so good. It's like, you know, I'm just talking about like cup noodles. Yeah, it's like money doesn't necessarily buy happiness. It can technically buy temporary happiness, but that temporary happiness is only so much. And so, there's a lot of different things that come with it. And currently, if I had enough money, I would try to move to Canada. But after that, I will no longer need that money. And I can just try to do pretty much whatever. And so I can just try to live a mostly normal life and stream to people and make them happy. Like, I know my goals may be ambitious, and they are, and that carries a lot of chance, a lot of hope. It does. And that's what makes it fascinating to me. Because, although yes, I could try to attempt to be happier in a few other regards with money, I only care about trying to move really. Once I move, I'll try to probably cut down the hours of streams and probably get a job over there. And then after that, I'll just try to work and get money from that and keep my streams free of any advertisements in the future. 'Cause that's the goal I have. Because there's not enough jobs here that actually pay well from where I live, that actually even attempt moving. Because you're practically barely scraping by. It can make you happier, yes, but I always leave the not one person or those few people in life you truly care about. That's a very true sentence right there. I definitely hope I can just try to make people happy in the future. And I don't want there to be any type of like paywall of any kind or something. Any money that I have will be dedicated to a person. That's pretty much all I'll be using money for. I won't be using it for myself. I'll just try to put it towards other people if I can. It's like, if I get enough money someday, maybe I'll try to get the money to help get my family out of debt, pretty much. And that would make me really happy if I could do that. That's a lot of money that I would have to pay off. So my parents can live happily after that gets paid off. So that way they can actually afford to do a lot more things. And of course, I intend to have the money to one day move to Canada, obviously. But another goal of mine is the one that I intend to try to slowly get the money for if I can. Because I don't want anyone to do it because it's considered selfish in my eyes. Which is trying to get the money to pay for my surgery. And so I'll try to get the money myself for that. So I can actually afford the surgery. Because I don't feel like anyone else should try to do anything for it, as it feels wrong. So I never want anyone to have to pay for something that is selfish. If I can help my family out, and also potentially get stuff to help, say, like, my wife's parents get into better places in life, and that would make me happy. Hi. It's like, I know that's true, but I've always had trouble when it comes down to people simply just handing out money. It feels wrong. It feels wrong of me to take it. Because I don't feel deserving of it, typically. So it's always kind of been a thing for me, is that I typically don't feel that deserving of the money. Because I feel like you could probably give it to other people that may need it more, in my opinion. but it's like, if I can make people happy with my streams, even though my stream quality is probably like subpar in a lot of areas, then that's okay. That's okay. That makes me happy. Because a part of me loves the idea of just staying at humble because I don't have to move on to a lot of things in life. Because I will say this, I am someone who has already been humbled one too many times. So it's a bit of fun about life. Just simply making someone happy. Anyone really. If I can make someone happy, that's the only goal I have with streaming. I don't have to have anything else. I don't expect anything else. Because, you know, I don't want to take anything if I can. Just like, the Ko-fi thing was actually more of my wife's idea, actually. Saying that you should probably set it up in some way. If anyone does feel the urge to donate, they can already, because which doesn't allow donations early on. I think YouTube may allow it, but I don't know about that one. Yeah, don't worry about that. I don't want you to have to spend unnecessary money. Keep that money for yourself. I don't want to take it from you. That's not my goal in life. I don't want it. Keep that money for yourself. Plus, there's no telling what kind of fun things that you'll encounter with the money that you save over time. And so, I definitely recommend it. I know, but I feel bad. It's fine. Don't donate. I don't need it. Okay, I don't need it. I'll be fine. Genuinely, it will actually make me cry if you decide to donate. You don't need to. Okay. But you don't need to. Okay. I'll be fine, trust me. You should keep that money for yourself. He's telling me he's gonna make me cry. You should definitely keep your money to yourself if you need that. You don't have to give me anything. Everything you do should be free of charge for everyone. Tabby and pink. What do you mean no? It should be free of charge for everyone. I don't want you to spend any money on me. It feels wrong, okay? The donation thing wasn't even my idea. I feel sad that he told me. You don't have to, you don't need to, if you don't want to. You don't need to. Keep your money, you don't need it. It's fine, it's fine. I don't want people to unnecessarily spend their money on me when they don't need to. They can spend their money on things that they like. You could put your money towards a hobby of yours. Or you could donate to someone else who may need it more than I do. Really donate to someone else who needs it more. You don't have to donate anything. I will be willing to do anything free of charge. It doesn't have to happen. I don't mind if I do it. I think you should save your money more. You shouldn't spend it on me, okay? There's probably better people spend their money on her than me. I don't need any donations. I just want to make people happy. I know it's your money, it's your choice, but you don't have to. I just want to make free content for everyone to watch. It doesn't have to have any strings attached to it, doesn't have to have money put into it. It's perfectly fine. Like, I know I don't really have a choice. It's... tell you what, I won't tell me now, but at the end of this... everything is breaking. Oh no. I cannot see anything right now. But at the end of this week, you'll absolutely see me donate to your Ko-fi. No idea if Ko-fi exists. I don't know about that, whether it does or not. But it is your money. I don't necessarily have a choice over what you do or not. But it will send me to tears when I see it. So I don't want you to have to spend unnecessary money. Because it does make me feel sad. Because to me it feels like I'm stealing. I don't want to steal. I want to just... I don't know, be free content that people can just watch. So it feels wrong in my eyes. You don't have to though. It's perfectly fine if you choose not to. I don't need the money. I'll be fine. I can live. I've made it through 2 decades of life. I can surely make it through another 2. I just feel a little bit sad to feed this baby. It does feel wrong. I know it's just a thing that people can do if they can choose to spend their money on others, and that's something that can happen, but it's also something that's a little bit sad because we, I don't know, I don't want people to spend their money. You're gonna make me cry. you for the fall. Damn, he's down. I feel like I'm in an internal struggle. You have to donate money. Don't have to. My dude is completely free of charge. You don't have to think about anything else. You don't have to donate to me, Bo. I feel bad if you do. Like, you could probably spend your money on like better streamers out there. I'm not the best one. I'm sure there's other people that could use the money a little bit more efficiently than I could. Also, Tingle Slimes are really cute. Tingle Slimes are kind of ones that are typically best left more to themselves because they can grab things outside their area. Like, none of you have to donate. Just a free thing that people can watch. Don't spend your birthday money on. There are better things you can spend your birthday money on. I don't think that you have to do it though. I'm sure I have to. Don't say I'll be fine. if you got like a hobby that you could spend all your birthday money on, it'd be much more enjoyable for you to do that than spend your money on me. Cause I don't think you should. You should keep that money for yourself and actually spend it properly for yourself. Imagine all the things that you could spend your money on that is not that is something else that is better, like possibly another streamer that is in a potentially worse situation than I. You could spend your money on them. But there's better people. I don't need the money, okay? I get that other people would say it, but maybe you'd find someone who says yes, that they want the donation. You know. You can probably find someone who wants the money more. I don't need that. I just want to just, you know, make free content for everyone. You don't need to donate to me though. There's other people more needing of it, probably. Maybe you could find a better person for it. As I get the human urge of not wanting someone to do something makes the other person want to do it more, but it will make me cry. It will make me cry. I don't need it. You can give it to someone far more needing than I. And I'm sure they would be more than happy to take. Swap the spots at least. You don't need to spend that much money. That's a lot of money. I only set the 400 because I like digits of 4. you, I don't know, just find someone else. Or better yet, spend that money for a hobby of yours. You don't need to do that though. That's way too much money. You don't need to put that much. So what? That's unfair, okay? You know, surely you have something else that isn't watching me play a game. You don't have to donate though. It'll be fine. Okay, I get that, yes, if your hobby is technically watching me. I hate saying it, but you could do that, but you shouldn't need to do that. It's just watching me. It'll be fine if you don't play anything and it's okay. In fact, better yet, you don't have to fill up the entire bar. It's like that. You don't need to put any money into me. It's fine. It's fine. I can live. I don't need your money. You should go spend it on something that you want to spend it on that isn't me. Like another streamer that is arguably better. I think that would probably be a better investment, in my opinion. But, you can go spend your money on someone else that is not me. Surely there's another like streamer you've been watching or something that would make a better candidate for the money. Like the person that you just got done from the raid earlier. Wouldn't they be a better candidate for the money? I don't need like, there's probably a lot of better people out there you can just spend your money on. There's more people than just me that have a little love story probably that you could find and spend your money on. So maybe you have a better time there. Wait, I just realized I wasn't supposed to do honey actually with that. My brain went full autopilot for a second. I get that I can't change your mind, okay? I get it, but surely there's someone else out there that you could just spend your money on that wouldn't be me. I don't think you should spend your money on me. I don't view myself as worth your time. The rock slime stole the gold port. You don't have to look at it. It's not necessary to eat. You don't have to give me this one. I don't need money. I will be fine. It's just making me regret telling my tragic tale because now someone's trying to put money into it, which makes me feel good. Because you should be able to spend your money on the things that help you. Still, you shouldn't look at it. It's an unnecessary part of the stream that got added because my wife told me I should add it. You don't need to look at it. It's highly unnecessary to the stream. It doesn't really matter that much. I have better internet too. But like I said earlier, you don't have to put anything into me, it's fine. by honey dervishes. It would kill, but I forgot that I was supposed to do crystal stones with the dervish. I don't need that. I don't need that much money. And who is Uzi? I'm now horrified of what the implications of that may mean. What do you mean Uzi may have found me? And who is Uzi? Okay, I don't mind this whole gradual build up into something. I'll be fine with just it. I don't need lots of people at once, otherwise it'll grow too rapidly for me to handle. And I'm honestly more scared of that happening. It's a random non-related question. Would you say you're a variety streamer? In what sense? It could be a yes, it could be a no, potentially. I don't really know the whole context. I play lots of different games. And maybe one day I will get the courage to draw on stream. But it's still a big step there to even consider that. So give me a second, let me look at something real quick. You didn't have to join the Discord server, Turtle. I do draw. Everything that you see on stream has been made by me in that regards. I've tried doing a lot of things. Like, there's a few things that are obviously different, like web browser plugins from other people, but any of the artwork you see on here is what I've done. And this is actually an old model. I haven't actually finished the new one. I just decided to start streaming one day because I was like, enough putting it off, I need to actually do it. But yeah, I do draw a bit. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a tiny bit of drawing here and there. Rainydaysout. What was that? don't know who Rainy Day YZ is. I don't know, give me a second, let me look it up. Are they on Twitch, I take it? Also, I wish this game would actually function properly. Oops, didn't mean to do that, need to go back. I was on the other one. Let me look it up. Oh, it's on the Kofi? Let me look at that, I guess. Because I think it might just be Rainydaysout is the thing. Yeah, it's just Rainydaysout, but it's... I can send the link in chat, I guess. Even though I feel bad playing it. I don't like self-promotion. I feel bad for this. Don't make me send that link again. I feel very guilty. I don't want to send that. What I do in my off time after streams, or like, are you talking about if I have an actual job or not? I don't necessarily have a quote-unquote real job outside of streaming. But you could say that my real job is taking care of 30 cats and 3 dogs. Because my house is filled with animals. So I typically have a lot of work whenever I stop doing stream. And then outside of that, I try to keep learning French right now. And then after I do a little bit of that, I try to learn more about specifically Canada and Quebec things, specifically like laws, different, what do you call it? I'm trying to think about what the name was. Geography, history, and other bits of stuff like that. And so whenever I do eventually get the chance to move, I will have all the knowledge in the world needed. And so I'll look more acceptable when I eventually do get the chance to move. So that's typically a lot of the work that I do outside that, and then my few free hours of the day, I typically try to work on drawing stuff, like different assets for the stream. Like I have one that's a work in progress right now, but it's getting closer to finish. So it's a lot of what I do outside of streaming. It's typically work. And then maybe for like an hour or two out of my day, I will try to play a game to like enjoy myself a bit more and give myself a break on some days. But typically I am just focused on working on the stuff required for me to move at that one day. Typically all that I'm doing. So I guess you could call the main part of what you could potentially identify as a job as taking care of 30 cats and 3 dogs in a relatively small house for it. You could consider that to be part of it, which is also part of the reason why I want to eliminate my parents' debt, so that way we can actually afford some of the stuff for the animals a bit better, instead of being so limited. So that's the other part of my reasoning, I guess. But it's a bit of work. I typically just do that for most of my day. And on Saturdays I try to give myself a bit more freedom to do things, such as drawing random things that just come to mind, or playing a game to let my mind take a break from everything. So it can be the one that had to think about everything. But there's already a link in chat. I don't want to send it again. It makes me sad. Does the link actually work? It does, I think, yeah. It does work. I'll have to send it again. I'll do the request. I'll do the request and send it again. I feel sad. I don't want to send it again. Typically fairly busy throughout a good portion of my day. I barely gain free time, and then so a lot of my free time usually goes to just spending it with my wife over Discord usually. His long distance relationship is rough. You don't really get the chance to actually spend it properly. That's why I'm excited for December, because once I get to December, I think it'll be the 23rd whenever I leave to go to Canada for about 2 weeks. So during that time, streams will probably not really be a thing for those 2 weeks. If I do a stream, it will be really random for whatever it is. Yeah, right now I just kind of want to try to get everything to where I can make everyone happy. And it's like I'm already feeling bad about going up into... I already feel bad going up into Canada for 2 reasons. Because A, while I'm up there, I can't do streams, which means I can't make people happy for like 2 weeks because they won't have any of my stuff with me at the time. So that means I can't really actually focus on streams that well. And there's not really a lot of space up there based off what my wife has said. So it'd be really hard to fit a laptop right now. So we'll see whether I can or cannot do it. But if I can do it, that's really cool. They're very kind. But the other part that makes me feel a little bit bad going up to Canada though is that her dad wants to get me a like Xmas gift, and apparently he's going all out for Christmas this year, or Xmas, whichever one you say. And he is like decorating like full out, and so I feel a little bit bad. And he said that he was willing to get me like a really good gift that's like I already feel bad enough. He's the one who got the plane tickets. I feel sad because I don't want him to waste any more of his money. It's very sad. I don't want to do it. Okay, I get that it's doing it for both me and his dog now, obviously, but it's also sad because I don't want him to spend that much money. It's a lot of money. He's gonna have to spend that much on me. I feel horribly guilty for that. So I'm hoping one day I can repay him for the plane tickets. And so that way I can remove that sense of guilt I feel. But I don't know what to tell him for like the next Xmas gift. And so I don't really know. Like I can try to think of like, potential ideas, but I'm kind of at a loss for that at the same time. Cause I get that it could be like anything really, as long as I can fit in the luggage. Honestly, I don't need anything. I just want to be able to go up there, spend my time with my wife and our family this year. I just really want to enjoy that. And so, definitely a little bit lost for words on what to do. But yeah, I just hope I don't make anyone too sad for being gone for like 2 weeks. Cause I really do want to do streams, but I also can't really do too much. Oh, you're very kind. Because I don't really value my happiness above others too much. I am kind of a people's pleaser, you could say. And so I always try to value other people's happiness before mine. Maybe I really just needed other people to, I guess, care for my happiness more than I do. Because I don't quite see it typically. I just ignore myself most of the time. Hey, I don't mind enjoying stream with everyone. If I get to just talk and get to know you as a person, because I enjoy hanging out with people. It's fun. I just don't always get the opportunity every day. You don't have to give me anything, it's fine. I don't need a Steam key, it's fine. And it's like, and the thing is, I feel worried if people give me Steam keys because my one fear is that someone will give me a Steam key, and then what if I don't like the game? That scares me because I don't want to do that. So, because it really does feel like they wasted their money. So I don't want you to put like Steam keys especially. Because if I end up not liking it, and I feel bad because you spent all that money. And that means you don't have to put any money in the code for you, okay? I'm just worried that I may not like a game. And I'll really feel real sadness. And that's the reality, it could be. But what if it's not? And then I'll feel sad. I know the next thing that you'll say is you'll never know until it happens, but it's like I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel like people are wasting their money on me. It makes me feel sad. You know. I'm scared, I suppose. I've heard the lines before because I will tell you this. I'm a picky eater when it comes down to food. So the amount of times I've heard the build up into a line similar to that has been one too many. And so I know what it is about to be said. By the way, being a picky eater sucks. It's not fun. Because it just limits you to so many things that just are not always the healthiest for you. What is my favorite food? I have two favorite foods. One is because I enjoy the taste of it. But the other thing is out of nostalgia. Nostalgia and enjoying it because of that. The one food that I enjoyed a lot out of just pure taste would have been the buffalo like chicken pulled pork bread thing. Let me see if that's actually the name of it. I think it's something like that. Like I'll put it in chat for the actual thing once I find it. I think it's literally just that. Okay. So the thing I enjoy most out of like different foods is the buffalo chicken pulled pork bread thing. I'll just run here. And then the thing that I like out of nostalgia specifically is chicken dumplings. Like Those are probably my favorite things. Oh, oh no, the power's dipping. I should go ahead and warn you that I may or may not be snuffed out by the power outage that could come. I have no idea what that is. My European genes never really eat much flavor stuff. Hey, I don't blame you. Don't blame you. It's like that. Everyone has a very different time growing up, for sure, when it comes down to foods. It's like, I'm curious to hear what everyone's favorite food is. Like, I'd like to hear both of yours, like, your favorite foods. As maybe I'll get to try it one day. That would be cool. So I like a lot of different foods, but it can be hard to pick a favorite for sure. But I think you can probably like give like a general idea as to like which one you like eating. Entries for culture and list of I gotcha. For where I have grown up, it's kind of like a weird mixture of both, because sometimes you'll have like really bland foods that are just purely meant to fill you up, rather than to actually taste good. And then there's other foods that are more specifically like meant to, I don't know what you call it, just taste good rather than have anything else. But typically you can find a lot of weird mixtures. Also, that was another flicker of the power dipping, so another warning that I may just disappear out of nowhere. I feel like you may want to give some of the stuff that I've suggested, because it can be really tasty. The chicken dumplings, I would recommend that specifically. That one is really good. Like, and I do make it in a weird way. I do make the chicken dumplings in a weird way. As it's practically just, what do you call it? It's chicken with, like, biscuits being, like, put into it. Like, biscuit dough being put into it. And then, after you do that, after you kind of put it in there, you need to have like the chicken broth that's already been like boiling, of course. So you have like shredded chicken meat with the biscuit dough that's been put in. And then that biscuit dough really just like soaks in all that chicken juice and the chicken broth. And it's really tasty. It's probably one of my favorite foods, actually. That is a food I could live off of forever and be happy. I don't think I could ever get tired of it. It's really good. Because I don't add anything extra. Because I've heard like different people who like add like a few extra things to the chicken dumplings. But I don't want to add, like, say, carrots to it or, like, potatoes. It's just chicken and dumplings. That's it. And it tastes so good. It's like, I would say one of the things that I commonly do in my free time, I look at different recipes online, and I enjoy it, because I typically, this is like the only thing that I actually use YouTube Shorts for most of the time, is for food. I like looking at the different foods that there are. Because I kind of live in the middle of nowhere. So, hey look, if you're pretty good at cooking, that is amazing. You should be proud of that, actually. Being good at culinary related things is amazing. You should be more than happy about that. Yeah, you see, I'm kind of with turtles on that. Is that I'm not the best at making food, but I don't burn the house down. That's for sure. So I do good in that regard, at the very least. I have come close to not necessarily burning the house down, but smoking the house out because of my bad cooking skills at times. But I have gone better. I have gone a little bit better in time. Like, obviously I'm not the best person in the world to be cooking something, but I've gone a little bit better at cooking foods. And so I enjoy that. It makes it fun. You know, I have actually. I have indeed done that before. And the result was not pretty. I will say that. In fact, the results were actually quite scary. Oh, because it does like the thing to where it steams up the pan, makes a lot of loud sounds whenever you do that. Yeah, the hot pan with water is definitely one that can give you a bit of a scare because it is really loud. And so that one can be a little bit spooky. And with the oil and water, you just have to try to snuff out the flames by letting the oxygen burn up in there. That's really your only choice. Outside of that, you don't really have much of a choice. So true. You want to know something though? There was one time to where I did fumble pretty badly with the food. And seeing it, I was like, okay, well, I just made all this food. It looks really bad, but I don't want to have to make something else. And so I just ate it, despite how horribly burnt it was. Because it wasn't out of laziness, it was out of, I don't want to waste food. And so regardless of how bad it was, I was just, I was dedicated to eating it, regardless of how bad it got. It's like, typically it's just the outside that gets like horribly burnt, but the inside is usually okay in most cases, and so you can typically still eat it. It's just not as recommended. I don't blame you, I don't blame you. Also, I just need to go ahead and take a moment to admire this cute little kitty. That is so cute. This thing is adorable. But yeah, I don't blame you for feeling, like internally upset at someone for eating burnt food like that. But I was just always raised in a household of, you don't want to waste food. And so, my mind kind of took that to heart for a lot of things in life later on. Because I didn't want to waste food for anything, regardless of what it was. And so, I just kind of always never really wasted what I would consider good food, even if it was not healthy. Still a tiny spine missing somewhere there. Yeah, eggs, I'm pretty good at working with eggs specifically. Anything else I make, I fumble a bit. And so, it's typically one of the things that's a bit worrying for me, is that things outside of eggs I'm pretty bad at. Yeah, eggs are like usually super easy to work with, not that bad. Yeah. Opinions on breaking pasta in half. So here's the thing, is that I've had both experiences. and I think they're both okay. Wait. I feel like if you're trying to feed more people, breaking it in half may be the better option. If you're just going for like solo, just you, or just like 2 people, you don't need to break it in half. That would be my opinion on it. It just depends on how many people are you feeding with that. I get that. I get that there's absolutely literally no reason behind it. But you know, is this a reason to not donate to me now? does this qualify as not donatable now? Yeah, and there is also that factor to where a lot of stuff where I live, a lot of the stuff is simply too small to actually work with. And so that is actually a factor here. It's actually probably one of the most common reasons why people split in half. My only reason for splitting in half though is depending on how many people I'm feeding. If I'm just trying to feed myself and maybe my wife, then that's okay. I can work with that. Doesn't matter that much. But the main reason why I do that is so way that the pasta is more split evenly between everyone versus kind of being more of a one-sided issue that starts slowly showing itself. And it may sound really stupid for why I do it, but that's kind of my main reason behind doing it. Like, yeah, typically I don't like to break it. Yeah, but that causes an issue to where half of your noodles cook slower because the pan's too small. Which can be really bad, actually. Like, yeah, I'm more of the opinion that you shouldn't break it versus anything else. But I am also of the opinion that if you are trying to feed more people, it might be better to split it. And so it's more evenly split between everyone. Like, say if I'm trying to feed my entire family, what should I do in that case? I love spicy food, actually. But here's the unfortunate part about my enjoyment of spicy food. Although I absolutely love it, like, truly, I cannot eat peppers because of the texture and taste. And so, it's really good, But if it involves peppers, I can't do much about it. Like, you see, for me, I don't even really suffer from the afterwards experience. My body is built for taking in spiciness. Like, I have eaten some of the spiciest things, and it didn't really have too much repercussions on me. It's like one of my favorite things to do is actually add curry to my noodles. As curry just has such a wonderful taste to it, and then the spiciness is also very good. 109 rocks. So that's a lot of what I actually use, really spicy things. Like in some curry with some rice. Oh, that's so good. And now you see, this is where things start changing for me. Although I do like a lot of different foods, the second fruits and vegetables are even mentioned for me, it's like my categories have kind of just reduced themselves. But if I had to say what my favorite food is, I would probably go with a very basic option. Like, maybe a lemon. I actually do like lemons. Those are pretty good. But when it comes down to vegetables, my options become basically, like, one thing, which is really sad. I'm trying to think of, like, if there's any other vegetables that I eat. Because I think the only one that I like, and it's even at sometimes depending on how it's cooked, is potatoes. I'd say I don't really like vegetables all that much. It's honestly a miracle I'm even alive. Because I don't really eat fruits or vegetables. Potato and rice are in a tricky area. Are they fruit or are they vegetables or are they something else? I think potatoes are considered a vegetable. I think the issue stems more from tomatoes, which are the real in-between area. Rice, due to how it's done, I think that might consider itself a vegetable. I think so. Don't take my word for it, obviously, but I think it's classified as a vegetable to my knowledge. Or maybe classify something else entirely that I've never heard of before. Right, there. There, I forgot grains were a thing. Thank you. But yeah, my brain's a bit slow on remembering what things exist in life. And you know, to pair with all that, I don't know. I am just a tiny bit slower than the others. Favorite animal? Can this be... Can this be fictional animals, or is it like purely non-fictional? Let me see. I am not necessarily Asian in any way. I have both, what do you call it? Native American Indians genes and, German genes. I guess if I were to go for a non-fictional animal, I may just stick with like a basic house cat, just because I have 30 of them, and I do like them. See, I'm like mostly Native American and German. But I would definitely say that German side takes priority from what I've experienced. Now for fictional animals, I think I will have to go with a lindworm. This appears to be no one basic hunter. A lindworm. I can type it on chat real quick. This would be my favorite fictional one specifically, though. My panda is like a smaller red version of a panda. Oh no, they're cute. Red pandas are cute. I'm not gonna deny that. That's why I said that it's my favorite fictional animal. It's fairly true about that. Favorite non-fictional thing, probably cats. Fictional, lindworm. My favorite fictional animal has to be the Shinehorn. Let me look at what that is real quick. Curious. That's a cute little goat. It's pretty cute, I'm not gonna lie. Also, I will have to end stream soon. And I'm not sure if this is even a thing that I can do. But is it possible to raid someone with 2 people? I need to know this info, because I may raid someone else. Okay. In that case, after each stream, I will try to raid people if I have anyone watching. Because I think that would be fun. That would be fun. Then you can discuss about donating to that person instead of me. Hey, you and I have both the dragon-related things. Why? But you can get to know that person and want to donate to that person instead. It's all part of my plan. Send you someone else to go donate to. Look, I know it may be a little bit sad to hear that the stream will be coming to a close soon. You may spend your money responsibly, but I don't think it's responsible to spend on me. You may spend your money irresponsibly if you choose to spend it on me. I'm not a good candidate for money. Okay. That's why I was asking if I could potentially raid someone, send you someone else. You've both been incredibly enjoyable to talk to, though I will say that I've had a wonderful day. It really has made my day so far. It's definitely given me a lot more energy to actually, like, push forward and keep doing more stuff. I'm just hoping I find a hunter slime. Well, it's not necessarily, like, useful. You're good company. I enjoy you. You're very fun to talk to. And I don't mind talking to people. And plus, I haven't gone to learn anyone's, like, I guess, heritage at this point before. Where I learned, like, what different groups of, like, genes you have in you type of stuff. I haven't heard that before. That was a fun topic. And the favorite animal thing, that was also fun. And then the disastrous opinion of should you break noodles in half. You know, that would make 3 Filipino people I know, which is amazing. Hey, Hunter Slime. That's exactly what I needed. Maybe it's a bit late, but I'll try to do it regardless. Yeah, that's kind of what I've experienced so far, is that wonderful people in the Philippines, but it's just an overall backcountry. Well, lots of rock slimes. Better go collect them. Yeah, like, you don't have to be somewhere to be a part of it, just at a distant point. Like, for me, yeah, I'm Native American, and I have German genes in me, you know. Native American, German genes. That's fine. I've never been to Germany once in my life. But I have been to different things nearby, like German Fest and Oktoberfest. Both those were wonderful events, wonderful people that hosted them. But, never once been to Germany though. I think it would be fun to one day go there. But I don't even really know German. I do want to learn German, but I want to learn like 6 other languages on top of that is the thing, so I kind of have a weird like impasse of where I want to be with things. Like currently, I think my goal is to learn French right now. And then after I'm done learning French, I intend to learn Korean. And then once I learn Korean, I intend to learn I think of what it's called again. I intend to learn the Russian. And then after I learn Russian, maybe I'll move on to Japanese at some point. But I have a lot of goals when it comes down to languages, you could say. And it's like, I know most, in a lot of countries, English is still pretty prevalent in most countries, regardless of where you go. It's just seems to be one of the most common languages to see. But, you know, I suppose that's just because English has traveled far and wide around the world and just made it well known, I suppose. I personally don't like English. I hate speaking the language. It sucks. And I feel like I could probably enjoy another language far better. But, I'm trying to think of all the different languages I want to learn, because there's a lot. I think those are the main ones, because after I learn Japanese, I think I'll probably try to learn German. And so that way I can have a little bit more open area. But I like the idea of learning languages. It makes me happy to think about that. That's probably one of my biggest passions, is learning a language. It's like, yeah, it's been slow with French because I've had a hard time because I'm trying to look for a more specific version of it, rather than, oh, your stereotypical France French, you know. I'm looking for Quebecois specifically, which is a lot harder actually. Looking for Quebecois is incredibly hard. Yeah, learning another language is a pain. Yeah, it's more of a pain whenever you're looking at a sub-language, as I would call it. Despite the fact that Quebecois is actually the original French. Because it is technically the true French. There's a lot of modern day French over in France. It involves just incorporating random English words now. It's not even their own words anymore. It's slowly just becoming a weird version of English. It's lost what it meant to be French. That's what I will say. But Quebecois specifically still has all those words. And it's more of a tightly knit community of not really going outside of that language too much. So I'm excited to learn it one day. I am. I will say that. When I fully learn it, I will be happy because that means that I can actually speak it. I can talk to people in Quebec a little bit better. Because while Quebec is primarily French speakers rather than English speakers, unlike the rest of Canada, actually. Quebec is specifically like that. So, all the more reason to learn a language. So I'm pretty excited. I'll power dipped again. I swear, this is not a good sign. Anyways, let me go find someone to raid, I guess, in the meantime. Because stream is practically gonna end now, since it's hitting that time to where I would normally end it. So, give me 1 second. I know it's sad that you're gonna have to go to someone else. What game do you both want to look at potentially? Because depending on what game, I can try to find someone like playing in that category and send you to them. Like any games that y'all have in mind. No, it's 2 a.m. I still have Well, you're very sweet for wanting to watch me, even though I am a fairly boring person in a lot of regards. So any potential suggestions? Cause I just find someone Slime Rancher as well if you want me to. Cause Slime Rancher is a really fortunate game in that regard. Because it's good to just talk and kind of just go on autopilot for the most part. And so that could be good, I suppose, if no one can decide. I am sorry, turtles. I do apologize for that. Hey, I'm with you on that. I do prefer being awake during the night. So I'm right sure. Okay. Let me go find someone. Let's see here. Uh, let's see. About this person. New possession. Yeah, both of you have been really entertaining, but I'll go ahead and say my finishing stuff for the stream already. I'll go ahead and start finishing up the stream. To all who are watching or have been listening or have been watching the VOD, thank you very much. I really appreciate any and all attention that is given. And I really hope anyone who's still here has a very good night or a very good morning, depending on what time of day it is for you. And I'll be catching you all in the next stream.